Many of us, we like to praise the Sahaba so much so, to the point where we start painting this picture like they never did anything wrong. Well, you're very wrong. Sahaba did a lot of things wrong, but that's what was beautiful about them, because they made mistakes. Then the way they dealt with their mistakes is what makes them so special and so unique. My time is short. One particular incident, after one of the battles, there was booty of war, gold, silver, swords, shields, stuff like this. So the Sahaba gathered, there's a lot of it, it's money. So they started sharing their opinions as to how they should distribute this wealth. And please don't listen to the story for the sheer entertainment of it. Live the story, brother. Try to imagine. I'm not sharing with you Walt Disney fairy tales. These are real stories of your fathers. So the Sahaba, each man gave his opinion. Then Abu Dhar gave his opinion on the matter. Then the next person was Bilal radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Bilal is the muaddin of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bilal not only used to be a slave, but an Abyssinian slave, meaning he was black. So as far as society is concerned, talk about being rock bottom. But you see, Islam came to break this. So when Bilal gave his opinion, he says, Abu Dhar, I disagree with you. Allahu A'lam, I think this is what we should do with the wealth. So Abu Dhar, imagine being put on the spot in front of everyone. He says, even you, ya Bilal, even you son of a black woman, even you're going to disagree with me today. These are big words. So Bilal, rightfully so, got very upset. He picked himself up and went to the Prophet of Allah. Now I want to pause here for a minute, because I want to prove my point that we don't follow the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We follow the Sunnah of who? Sheikh Tony Montana, mashallah, and Maulana Tupac. When we hear the story of the Sahaba, we exclude our life and our societies, well, because it's different times. My brothers, I want to ask you sincerely, and I want you to answer sincerely. This act that Bilal did by picking himself up and going to the Prophet of Allah to complain, what is this act called in this day and age that we live in today? He's a snitch. True or not? Brother, we have a drama. You pick yourself up to go complain. What are you, a woman, bro? That's street language. You see, but Bilal wasn't corrupted by your Tupac and your Tony Montana. Bilal was affected by your Prophet, who you claim that you follow. You see, Bilal had something in his heart, so he went to someone that can help him with this situation. You and I, nah. That makes me less of a man. Nah, Habib. I'm gonna hold it in my heart for the next 20 years. I'm gonna thrash him, backbite him, wipe the floor with him, slander him with any opportunity that I can get for the next 20 years. So Bilal goes, he tells the Prophet of Allah. The Prophet of Allah became furious. So the Prophet of Allah, he comes, he goes to where Abu Dhar was, he grabs Abu Dhar and says, Abu Dhar, you are a man that still has jahiliyyah in his heart. So what did Abu Dhar do? That little Aqday, is that what he said? Eid al-Quran, that's not what I said. Allah, wallahi, I didn't mean it like that, bro. See, let me tell you the difference between a man and a so-called man. A real man is a man when he acknowledges that he really was in the wrong, he admits that he's in the wrong. So Abu Dhar lowers his head. He understands that he hurt his brother. He understands he upset his Prophet. So how did he deal with the situation? Did he stop praying at that masjid so that I don't see Bilal? Because that's how we deal with our issues, isn't it? Abu Dhar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, after acknowledging that he's in the wrong, he picks himself up. He goes into the streets of Medina looking for Bilal radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Then when he sees and he finds Bilal, he goes to Bilal publicly. Leave this with me, publicly, in front of everyone. He goes to Bilal in front of everyone and gets down on the floor and says to Bilal, Ya Bilal, by Allah, I will not lift my head off the floor until you step on it with your foot. And let it be known right here, right now in Medina, which one of us today is the honored and which one of us today, ya Bilal, is the dishonored one. So what did Bilal do? He's vulnerable. He's on the floor. He acknowledged, I told you, bro. I told you I was in the right. What did he do? Some brothers tell me, cuz, listen, wallahi, bro, wallah, I forgive him. Wallahi, I forgive him. But I don't forget, cuz. Wow, mashallah, really? You forgive, but you don't forget? Well, I got news for you, bro. If you forgive, but don't forget, you didn't forgive to begin with. You see, this topic's not as juicy as what you first thought, eh? Why? Because it's hard on the nafs. Because this is real deen. This is real deen. So what did Bilal do? Bilal gets down on his hands and knees. He kisses Abu Dhar on the forehead. He says, Abu Dhar, are you serious? I forgive you for the sake of Allah. Done, finished, dusted, never to be spoken about again. Not drag it on for 10, 15 years. Not forget the fact that hours before this, they were both on the same battlefield fighting for the same Lord. See, we don't have this in our societies anymore, man. Why? Because today weakness is seen as what? Forgiveness is seen as what? But that's weakness, brother. La Habib. That's a real man.